The forms in your pack have been designed for people who might be experiencing acute mental health difficulties. Now, of course, not all group members will fit within that category, but on the whole, we think these forms are most suitable for your group members. First, you'll have a form like this that says, before the group starts at the beginning. This is a form for your group members to fill in, if indeed they're able to. It may be that the people in your group have a very severe mental health difficulty that means filling one of these forms in might be too much to ask. But if you think the majority of your group members would be able to fill one of these in, then give them out at the start of your shared reading group. There's one page to fill in at the beginning, which includes circling some words about how they're feeling right at that moment before the group starts. Now, I know the top questions might seem a bit strange, seeing as though group members will have just done the shared reading census. But if group members are able to fill them in again, it's really helpful because we can tie this to the stories they tell about what shared reading means to them. Then you just run your group as usual. At the end of the group, they'll do exactly the same exercise again, where they circle the words they're now feeling. This is a great, easy tool based on a scale that lots of interventions use. And what it does is it helps us show the immediate impact for someone in taking part in a shared reading group. They then have a few questions about what they think about the group, which they can agree or disagree with, and a chance to say in their own words what shared reading means to them. So they're the forms for the group members. However, we've also got some forms for any staff in the setting who might be able to comment on what they've seen as the impact of group members attending the groups. Now, of course, if you are the staff member in your setting, as well as the person running the shared reading group, we don't need you to fill these in. It would be hard to reflect on the benefit to group members, as well as reflect on what it is to be running the group in that moment. But if there's someone else who could fill in these forms for you, either someone who regularly sits in on the group, has sat in on the group for the first time this week, or someone who works in the setting and is aware of which group members tend to attend the group, you can ask them to fill this in. The first looks like this and has a big table on it which says worse, no change, improved. We'd like staff to fill these in, one for every group member who attends in the week that Feedback Week happens. Now again, there might be a lot of people to get through, but we can share with you letters to explain why it's so important to us that we get these back. The kinds of answers we get back on this are really important to us in articulating the benefit of shared reading. You'll see at the top it says group member's name. Tell people not to fill that in, or if they do, especially if they write a full name, just scrub it out with a pen before you put them back in the post to us. They'll also get one of these for the entire group, so they don't have to fill in one per group member. And this is a chance for staff to reflect for themselves on what being part of the group or seeing the impact that the group has had on group members means to them